And welcome to another exciting episode of the Super Fantastic Exchange. My name is Gary. Guys, I can't tell you how excited I am to bring to you today somebody that's really important to me, to my wife, to my family, somebody that we have connected as an alignment. And this is, I talk about alignments in your life, and this right here, this person is a real true life alignment. And this is a great example of what that means, what that looks like in somebody's life, specifically for my wife. And I value this person so much because she speaks life into my wife, which in turn, benefits my whole family. So I wanted to bring this to you, and she's such a valuable person. So guys, give it up for none other than Felicia Roberts. Felicia, can you hear him clapping for you, Felicia?
I think so.
I hear them. That's amazing. Hey, Felicia, so I know I talked you up because I honor you for who you are and what you mean to our family, but I want to give you a chance to share a little bit more about who you are and what you do.
Wow. Okay. That's a loaded one. Well, thank you for having me. I just adore your family. My name is Felicia Roberts. I do a lot, but professionally, I am a program manager for a very large bank. And I've been doing that for years. It sounds like it's a normal job, if you will, but I know that for everything that I do, there's a purpose. And so where I am is purposeful, and what I do is purposeful. I also mentor young ladies, and I mentor couples, and I do couples counseling, and just the list goes on. But that's who I am, and I'm so glad to be here. I'm so glad to be here.
Oh, that's so awesome. I'm so glad to have you here as well. And one of the things, Felicia, that you shared really stood out to me is, it sounds normal, but it has a purpose. And I think that's such a miss for a lot of people, that we feel like we do normal things, so it really doesn't matter. And I love how you recognize, or you have the awareness, that no matter what you do, even in the normal, it has a purpose. There's a meaning to it. And if you give meaning to no matter what you do, it's going to add value or benefit others in the long term. Would you agree?
I would certainly agree. I think most people look at their daily jobs and don't understand that, yes, it's provision, it's our career. But the truth is that we all have a purpose. And if we can go into every day saying, how can I be better than I was yesterday? How can I help someone today? Is there someone that needs just a kind word, or uplifting, or speaking life into maybe a situation that they thought was dead? Even if you don't know them personally, what I've found in my 20 plus year career is that love and encouragement and helping someone grow through something as they go through something really resonates across the board, no matter what their level is, if they're an AVP, a senior vice president, whatever it is.
Yeah,
that those things help, and we're there for that. That's our role as Christ followers, is to be there and to lift people up. So
yeah. Amen. I absolutely agree. And one of the things you pointed out was, you talked about growth, and what I like to do, and this is one of your inspirations points, but before we get into that, what I like to do is I always like to connect with leaders. And Felicia, I see you as a leader, not only for, as a mentor, as an alignment, but I've seen what you've done with and for other people. So I really do see you as a leader, just out there beyond work. There's more to it. And so I always love to connect with leaders and peek behind the curtain a little bit to see what inspires these leaders that inspire other people. And so you kind of touched on it briefly just a moment ago, but you shared with me that growth inspires you. So tell us a little bit more about what that means to you, and why and how does growth inspire you?
I think growth inspires me because it shows that no matter where you come from, no matter where you've been, that you can always be better. We always have an opportunity to be better than we were yesterday. And it inspires me when I can see someone grow and begin to change their life and change the trajectory of their life, because they've come into the knowledge of some truth, or come into the knowledge of love, and come into the knowledge of there's more for me than what I see. And so when I have the ability to see that growth happen, and maybe play some small part in that growth, it fills my heart. It fills my heart, because I know that they're going to pay that forward, and someone else is going to grow because of it. So,
oh my gosh, that's so powerful. And I love how you phrase it as when somebody comes into the knowledge, or somebody comes into the truth. And I really believe that, that's kind of awareness. And a lot of us aren't great at awareness, because we kind of take for granted, or we can't see the forest for the trees, or whatever the scenario may be. But as you've been in alignment that's helped me, my wife, and a lot of people see things that we may not have been able to see. And at that point, we come into the knowledge, or we come into, the possession of the truth. And that is, that's huge. That allows people to change for the better. And you have that gift, and I've seen that over and over again. And I could see where when that happens, it's like that aha moment, like, oh, I got it. Is that just kind of what kind of encapsulates, I'm trying to say that word right, where that inspires you, because you really do facilitate that. Hey, here's a little awareness.
I think that the way you said it now, it even resonates with me, even in that, just to watch someone go, aha, this is different. For the case of, your family. Again, I love the babies. I love your wife. She is one of my favorite people on the planet. And so the funny thing is, she's quite a bit like my husband was. She is him in a female body, which is really great, because she gets my quirky brain. And but I loved watching the growth in her, just watching. And they were small conversations. It wasn't, sitting someone down and lecturing them. That's not what people need.
Right.
What people need to know is that you care. And that you care about their well-being, and that you care and you have their best interest at heart. And so that growth happens when you begin to care and really invest yourself in someone else's life and align with the right people.
Right. And I think that kind of leads into the next inspirational point that you brought up, was mentorship. And you talked about, showing people that you care. And I think that's a part of mentorship, but kind of expand a little bit more about what that means, mentorship. How does that inspire you? And what does that look like for you?
Well, I am very much aware that as a mature woman, some people will come to me for advice, and I don't consider that mentorship. I consider it advice. But when you, again, invest in someone's life and show them that I really care, and I'm willing to give of my time to watch you grow, and to help you grow, and to help walk you through some of the difficult parts in life that I've already been through, or maybe I'm going through at the time. But the mentorship for me says I can be used in whatever capacity and whatever need that person has to help get them to the next level. And again, it goes back to that growth, right? Watching if we plant a seed tonight and we go out tomorrow, there's not going to be a tree, right? It's time. And so to invest time and to choose your time wisely on people, and how you help those people get through again to the next step, to be better. That really, really inspires me, because we're not promised to see the fruit. We're never promised to see the fruit. So when we can see the fruit out of mentorship, it's like, what a gift, not only to be able to help, but to be able to see and pick a piece of fruit from that tree, and it's wonderful. It's wonderful. And watch others enjoy the fruit.
That's so good. And there's two things that you really, two words that really kind of stood out to me. One was invest, and two was gift. And
Yes.
Felicia, I love how you talk about you're investing time, you're giving that time to others because, one, they may have come to ask, just advice, and advice is advice. But when you're investing time, you're investing a part of your life in another person's life and helping them grow in their life. That truly is an investment. And we can talk about bank terms, return on investment. And,
Sure.
I really do believe that that's a true statement. When you invest in somebody, there is a return. And that brings to the next word that you said that really stood out to me was gift or / fruit. Because when you invest, a lot of us want immediate rewards with it. But mentorship, I see with you, is a long-term investment. It's a long-term planting seeds and of expectation and faithfulness that there will be fruit. It will be a gift. Maybe not for you, but maybe for other people down the road. And that's just a beautiful thing.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
I truly believe that, our time is our currency. We like to believe that it's our money, but money can come and go.
Yeah.
We can make more, and we can't make more time. And so that's our true currency, is how we spend our time. Where do we want to invest our time? And I choose to invest my time in God's children and in people. Because that's where we're going to see the greatest rate of return.
Oh my gosh. I love time is currency. I think that's a great quote. Time is currency, because we all have just a limited amount of time. And so we have to choose where to invest that and who to invest it in or what to invest it in. And Felicia, I know, just because I personally know you have chosen to invest your time in people. The people around you, and being a recipient of that and seeing people around you that have been gifted rather with your time. It really is. I see how there's fruit that grows from that, and that's what an amazing gift you give us all, is the investment of your time and mentorship or advice, just simple little bit of advice. But I see you do it because you care.
Yeah, that's really it.
Yeah. And it's just so neat because, you are, and I can speak to this just because I have personal, experience with you, but I see that you just freely give of your time. You freely give of your love and advice and encouragement and inspiration to so many people. It's just, it's unbelievable. And I wanted to share you as an example of how one person can make such a big impact with so many.
Wow. Thank you so much. That means a lot to me. It really does. I think personally, right? That means a lot to me.
But, it's so important. And so I just, and I don't want to lecture or whatever with this, but I believe it's such a valuable understanding and awareness that if you do invest your time, you do gift your care with other people, that it really does create so much more than what is invested. And Felicia Roberts is that example. And I think a lot of us take this and understand that when we invest in other people, no matter how small it is or how large it is, it really does plant a seed to make fruit later down the road. And that's an investment. That's a return on investment. However you want to, whatever analogy you want to apply to it, this is a great example here, and it's not just, it's not a simple thing that she does, because she invests a lot of time in other people through, conversations, through mentorship, officially, unofficially, however you want to describe it. Felicia's just that example. And I want you guys to, to kind of absorb this and understand that you really can make a positive impact when you do invest. You plant a seed with other people.
Absolutely. Right? Absolutely.
Felicia, this has been great. Of course, I always love talking to you and honor you for who you are and what you do for so many people, and selfishly for my family as well. But we're getting close to the end of our time, and I want to give you a chance to share a closing thought with us.
Wow. Okay. Well, closing thought.
Yes.
Choose your investments wisely. Love hard. And I think that's it.
That's beautiful. Choose your investments wisely, love hard, and I'll add to it, you're not promised tomorrow, so make it count today. It's so good. Felicia, you are amazing. Thank you so much for sharing a little bit about you. I'm honored that I can share you with so many other people. I felt selfish if I didn't share you with the world on this show. So thank you so much, guys. Thank you for being a part of the Super Fantastic Exchange this episode. Please go back, rewatch it, listen to more about what Felicia said and how impactful, the things that she does, what it means for other people. So go back and rewatch some of this and really absorb what she shared. So thank you guys so much for joining us today on the Super Fantastic Exchange. My name's Gary. That's Felicia Roberts, and we will see you on the next episode. Thank you, guys.